Alrighty, since you guys seem to enjoy the video about the most powerful moves in each and every Kingdom Hearts game, I thought, why not make a sort of follow-up / part 2 / whatever video, but this time we're going to be talking about magic or spells, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, without further ado, let's get on with this whole thing. As it was with the moves, I did add a few more. I didn't just pick one, because there are some games where there's more powerful magic spells and there are some games where there's less. But starting with Kingdom Hearts 1, the most powerful ones definitely have to be fire, especially when it's upgraded. It can be really strong. It does a lot of damage. Simple as that. Gravity is also good, and this one's also used a lot in level 1 runs. I learned that when I was doing my first level 1 run, so gravity is, in my opinion, kind of an underrated spell. But you got so many good spells in KH1, but gravity, in my opinion, is often overlooked, but it is essentially one of the best spells in the game. Also, arrow is a good mention, especially, of course, when it's upgraded. I think it also does damage to Heartless when it's at max levels, so arrow all around a really good spell. Moving on to Kingdom Hearts Reach and Memories. Here we have a couple of them. We have Blizzard, Fire. I guess you could count Raging Storm, although I think that's considered more of a slight than a particular spell, but if you want, you can count that. For Kingdom Hearts Reach and Memories, the big ones are, in my opinion, Fire and Blizzard. They tend to do a lot of damage, especially against bosses. I think Riku Replica takes a lot of damage from Firaga, and then I believe Vexen, of course, also takes a lot of damage from Firaga, and of course, the most obvious one is that Axel takes a lot of damage from Blizzaga, but all around, those two are, in my opinion, the best spells. Far better than Thunder in Reach and Memories, I gotta say. Moving on to Kingdom Hearts 350 over 2 days, the only one that stood out to me in this one is definitely Fire, because Fire is just, it has a lasting effect, and it can do a lot of damage, and especially if you have a lot of them, like that shit is some powerful stuff, I gotta say, especially with the longer lasting effect. Unlike the other games, that's what makes it a lot more powerful and kind of borderline broken at times. Moving on to a spell that is definitely broken. In Kingdom Hearts 2, we have Reflect. This is the only pick that I have from Kingdom Hearts 2. This is hands down by far the best spell in Kingdom Hearts 2, especially at later levels. It does a shit ton of damage. I don't even know what else to say. It protects you from attacks, does a shit ton of damage. It's all around probably the most broken spell out of this whole list, to be honest. Moving on to Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Here we have a couple candidates. Raging Storm, I did put it in Birth by Sleep because I think it's considered a spell in Birth by Sleep, unlike Reach and Memories, where I think it's considered a slight. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. And I also added Thundaga, which is, like in a lot of games, it's really powerful. But in Birth by Sleep, I think it's at its peak, pretty much. I might be wrong about that one, but feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong again. Moving on to Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Dream Drop Distance, of course. I mean, what am I even going on about? It's literally just Balloon. That's all there is to it. And of course, Recoded we're going to be skipping because, like I said in the last video, I didn't really play much Recoded, so yeah, skipping Recoded. Moving on to Kingdom Hearts 3, finally. Here we have Fire and Blizzard. Now, these might end Water. I guess I could add Water to the list. These might seem a little bit odd choices, but when you use them, especially if you're playing on a lower difficulty, I haven't played personally KH3, I haven't played on Critical yet. I've been mostly just enjoying it on Standard when I do play it. I found that Fire and Blizzard are especially powerful in this game, probably a lot more than in any other of the KH games. I found them to be a lot more powerful in KH3 than literally just any other KH game, and that's why I just decided to put in Fire. And I guess Water is more powerful than Blizzard now that I think about it, but Blizzard also I think deserves a spot on this list. Let's go ahead and finish this video off with one thing that is universal. It's the most powerful fucking spell in Kingdom Hearts all around. It's not like limited to one specific game, and that is of course Cure. It's such a simple spell, but it literally is the most used and the most essential spell in Kingdom Hearts. It's literally just heals you, gets you out of any shitty situation that you might find yourself in, accompanied with Leaf Bracer. If it is available in that particular game, that shit is fucking golden. And with that said, I want to thank you for watching this video. Leave a like on the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel as it helps me out a ton. Until the next video or stream, bye bye.